All right, everybody, so I am going to be doing our last little tutorial in here. The first thing I just want to let you know is that you shouldn't be stressed out about this project. This should be fun. This should just show me something about you. I just want to learn a little bit more about who you are and what you enjoy. If you're struggling with the program, take it slow. I'm going to try and give you more than enough time. I'm going to give you more time than I think you need on it, just so that you can work on it. So those of you who maybe are really excelling at this and this is really easy, you're going to get a little bit of a break for this first project, but those of you who are struggling, you can reach out to me, we can talk about it, and we can get through. We are having a class on Wednesday on how to use this program, or not how to use it. It's just for asking questions, but I can actually walk you through step by step. You can show me your screen and we can work through some issues that way. It's going to be open for anyone, so I would really like it to be kind of a round table for you guys to all ask questions and find ways of coming up with solutions. So let's look at a few more of these little tools that I may have missed from before. First of all, I didn't really talk about text too much, so I want to just bring that. So if you wanted to add text, you click on the text bar, and then you click Add Text, and then you can adjust all of your text that way. So if I wanted to, for instance, create some sort of, like I wanted to say peace, I don't know, I just put that in there. You can then have an interesting piece of text going on. You can also change the style of it. So if you wanted to find something or maybe you really love poetry, you could put poetry in the background as well to kind of create some sort of interesting effect. You can also, let's say I really like peace, but I don't want it to be that obvious. I can change the transparency of it so it's in the background a little bit more. So that's a couple things that you can do with text. The next thing I wanted to show you was this guy. So this is Liquify. This is kind of a funny tool. So if you go in here, let's go to my camera over here. You can go in with Liquify and you can kind of swirl things around and create some interesting tricks and tips with it. The big thing with Liquify though is you can actually like push things to the side. Liquify is how they actually like make people's eyes bigger and make models like skinnier. They make it like really large and they kind of focus it that way. I wouldn't suggest using it for that, but it is kind of a fun little tool that you can use if you want to create interesting textures or designs in your project. It's kind of a fun little thing you can use. All right, so dodge and burn is another one. So this one is a good one for editing photos. If you wanted to create just a little bit more maybe value or texture to your hair, dodge and burn will sometimes brighten things. So I can get really close. Notice how as I go, it'll highlight some of those items. And so I can get more of a highlight in some pieces. This is a blur tool. So let's say you wanted to create kind of a blurry like background, kind of make your background look like it's or maybe you want to make it like get rid of like like part of your shirt or make your shirt look blurry. You can actually go in and you can then get rid of any of those details so only your face shows up, or you could be vice versa. You could blur out your face except for everything else. So that's the blur tool. The blur tool is actually very useful if you have any acne of any kind or bumps on your face. Or on any of your models' faces. You can use this to smooth out faces, and then you can go in with the Band-Aid tool, and the Band-Aid tool is for getting rid of blemishes. So let's say this little P on my photo here was a blemish. If I click on it, it will take all the stuff on the inside and pour it to there, and so it'll get rid of any blemishes that way. So that's another fun tool that you can use. All right, so those are just a few more of those tips and tricks. We're going to learn way more about how to use these and how to actually implement them in later assignments. I don't want to bury all the fun stuff in the first project. We are going to be learning how to actually create photos that can intentionally be used in these projects. So we have a lot to learn in here, so don't feel like you have to know everything right away. There is assignments coming up specifically designed for different techniques. All right, so how to export this guy. So the thing you want to do is go to File, and then you go to Save, and then you're going to want to make sure that it's saving as a JPEG and that your quality is 90 or above. So making sure that you have it at a really high level, that's the way you want to. And then you can press Download. and it's going to go down to your download on the bottom of your screen over here, or if you have got a Chromebook, it might just automatically go into your downloads. So if it goes to here on your screen, you want to make sure you drag it to your desktop so that you can actually have it saved. Otherwise, a lot of times it's not actually saved on your computer when it just goes to the bottom download section here. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to actually put it onto the Google Classroom in case you don't know how to do that. Obviously not your Google Classroom, but because I can't see the student side of Google Classroom, this is what I'm going to use. When you get into your assignment, you should have the title of the assignment. So this is the this would say Getting to Know You project. And then up here it's going to say Add or Create, and then mark as done. The colors are going to be different. It's pretty much essentially the same thing. So what you want to do is you want to go to Add or Create. And you're going to want to, if it's in your Google Drive, you want to go to Google Drive. But if it's on your computer, you want to make sure that's on a file. Usually, 99% of the time, it will never be a link. So make sure that it's either file or going from your Google Drive. Then you're going to see this file come up, and you're going to want to go to Upload. And then you're going to drag and drop your image to upload. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, it's probably going to be a Google, you'll have to go from Google Chrome or something, or you'll have to go from your downloads. It might look a little bit different on a Chromebook. If you can't find it, just Google how to turn something in on Google Classroom, but from a Chromebook. But this should essentially be the same for everybody. Once you're done and you have it in and you can see it right there, you want to be able to see it, and it should be a JPEG, then you want to click Turn In. Do not forget to click Turn In. Just because you have your work actually in here does not mean that it's actually finished. You have to click Turn In order for me to actually receive it. So that is how you turn projects in on the Google Classroom. So I look forward to seeing all these pictures. Your assignment is on the Google Classroom. Make sure you turn it in on the actual assignment, not on the daily activity and the tutorial today. And I hopefully will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.